Hey everyone, do any of you guys have a dog that people fear just because of what breed they are? I've got news for those people. The breed does not make the dog itself mean, it's people that make them mean. I personally believe that everyone and everything, dogs included, are a product of their environment. By that being said, I feel like if you train a dog a certain way or treat it a certain way, it's going to act accordingly. So currently, I live in a city that bans all types of bully breeds. According to Missouri Ecode 360.com, it shall be unlawful to keep, harbor, own, or in any way possess within the corporate limits of the city of Troy, Missouri, any pit bull dog. So some of the things that include me personally: one, any mixed breed of the dog which contains an element of its breeding of the breed of the Staffordshire Bull Terrier, the American Staffordshire Terrier, an American Pit Bull Terrier, as to be identifiable as a partial breed of those terriers. It's illegal to have. And any dog who has the appearance and characteristics of being predominantly of the breeds of the terriers. So, I've owned several bully breeds throughout my entire life. The most recent is an American Bulldog mix. He weighs in at about 75 pounds, and he is still growing. He is honestly the most beautiful dog that I have ever seen. He is tall, he's muscular, and the one thing I love about him, he is brindle. I've had Louis since he's been about 6 weeks old, and he has become nothing less than a family member. I also have had one that came from a bad environment. While she was rough around the edges in the beginning, she definitely came through and became a part of my family. I have 3 kids, and everybody has warned me not to get any type of bulldog because they were considered to be violent. I can tell you that I will never own another type of breed again. These people fear these dogs only because of the bad stories that make it to the news, mainly the dog fights. The only thing about it is that the good things don't ever get into the news. These animals, while being a product of their environment, can be changed even if they've had a horrible upbringing. Take Michael Vick's dogs, for example. He personally funded a massive dogfighting operation. According to California group comes to the aid of Vick's pit bulls. 47 of the 49 that were taken from the star were assigned to a rescue operation. During his 24-month prison sentence, these dogs, all of which were pits, were given a second chance. One rescue effort in California shows the loving nature that all dogs are capable of. Richard Gonzalez is the man who reported on this, stating that all dogs are pit bulls and about half were rescued from Michael Vick's dogfighting operation. The director, Donna Reynolds, says that you wouldn't know which dogs were which unless I pointed them out to you. These dogs have made so much progress that it's impossible to tell which one of them suffered from Michael Vick's supervision and which ones did not. A dog's behavior and attitude, even if it was originally horrifying, can be changed. Dogs rescued in a dog fight and bust are usually destroyed, but no longer useful to the case. But all of Vick's dogs, after being neutered and microchipped, were saved. About half of them were sent to a Utah sanctuary, and the other were placed in a foster home with other pets, and get this, even kids. One of the dogs, for example, Hector, was a massive 52-pound pit, and he has scars on his chest. A portion of his tongue is missing, as a reminder to her that he had to fight in order to survive. Despite this, she states that Hector is gentle and learning to be a pet again. According to the Pit Bull Terrier debate, many believe that a dog's environment is to blame for its actions, and it's not its breed. The Pit Bull Terrier Association says that any dogs are in the hands of an idiot, they are considered a dangerous dog. The dog is not born bad, but many do agree with this. A guy named Rob Barker owns 15 pit bulls and trusts every single one of them to play with his children. Some people are even to do things such as give up their homes for an animal that others consider dangerous. According to Marjorie Egan in the article Pit Man is Full of Bull, Elena Hostowski was one of those people. after she came home to her apartment to find a notice from her landlord requesting that she immediately and permanently remove her American Staffordshire Terrier. She was forced to choose between her home and her dog. She chose her 9-year-old pit bull terrier named Skunky, saying that he is my guy. I can't imagine my life without him. There's many misconceptions and assumptions that have caused people to think certain breeds are more dangerous than others. One of these is that people think pit bulls can lock their jaws. According to pit bulls, good dogs that get a bad rap, some say this is nothing more than a myth. And smaller dogs, like Chihuahuas, are actually more dangerous and more likely to bite. In an article, Family Fights to Save Pit Bulls from Being Impounded, the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals says that laws should focus on not breed, but the people's responsibility. And the White House states that the research shows bans on certain types of dogs are largely ineffective and honestly a waste of public resources. In conclusion, dogs shouldn't be judged based on their breed. There's a lot more that goes into an animal than their DNA. And many sources have proved this, including a man who allows his 15 pit bulls to play with his kids. A woman who's willing to leave her home to save her dog. To the White House proclaiming it's useless and breed-based animal laws, I hope that from now on you won't judge a dog by the shape of its jaw or the breed on its vet's records. Instead, look at its upbringing and its attitude. Personality is more than what's in your blood.